Boolean compound objects can be used to add or subtract from each other to create complex geometry. In this lesson, you'll create an instance of the handlebars and head tube to carve out assembly holes in the stem. We'll use templates to subtract material from the stem collars to create assembly holes. To do this, we'll use a Boolean compound object. Open part 2 of the 5th data file in this project. First, we'll need to create a template for the stem's assembly holes. In the Scene Explorer, twirl open the head tube and bars layer. Select the handlebars and head tube. Hit W, then press and hold Shift as you move the objects. This will open up the Clone Options dialog. Choose Instance and click OK. Go ahead and rename each of these so we can distinguish them as templates. Then hide the original handlebars and head tube. Next, we want to prepare the head tube by rotating it so it's straight up and down. 3ds Max has type-in transform boxes that will snap the head tube in place. First hit E for rotation mode. Then make sure you're in absolute transform mode. Now, you can just type in 0 in the X box and hit Enter. Well, that was easy. Here's where you get to practice your alignment skills. Multi-view is a great way to inspect alignment while you're still in preview mode. Hit Alt-W. The orthographic view will give us a great preview, but it's a little crowded. Go to your Viewport Layout tab and select the 3 viewport option. Let's arrange the objects in each window, so we'll have a front row seat to our alignment process. Select the head tube collar and hit the Align button. Then select the head tube template. We'll apply 2 separate alignments to the pair. First, we want to focus on moving the template by the pivot point in the X and Z directions. So choose X and Z positions and make sure pivot point is selected for both the current and target object. Hit Apply. Next, we want the top of the template and collar to align in the Y direction. So choose Y position and this time select Maximum and Maximum, which represents the top of each object. Hit Apply and OK. The next part is a bit abstract, so watch how I reposition the pivot point before you try it. The pivot point of the handlebars is not positioned in the center of the bar where we need it to be. On the command panel, you'll hit the Hierarchy button and Affect Pivot Only. Then click Align to Center. Notice that the pivot widget moves to the center in the X direction, but it's not centered on the middle part of the handlebars. Let's use W to adjust it. Then turn off the Affect Pivot Only command. Now you try it. Click back to the Create tab and Q for Select Mode. Now we're ready to align the handlebars template to its collar. Select the template and align it to the collar as we did before. This time, you'll center the pivot point on the Y and Z positions. Now comes the fun part, applying the boolean to carve holes in its collars. This part is easy. On the command panel, near the top in the drop-down where it says Standard Primitives, choose Compound Objects. Select the head tube collar and hit the Boolean button. Move down to the Boolean parameters and hit the Add Operands button. Then click on the head tube template, and on the command panel, scroll down to the operand parameters and hit Subtract. You did it! The template produced a hole in the collar. Now, repeat the process for the handlebar collar and template. The last thing we'll do is to add the STEM objects into a group so they move together from now on. On the main menu, simply choose Group and pick Group again. Then name the group STEM. Now you can sort by hierarchy on the Scene Explorer and see the new STEM group and its children. Fantastic work! In this lesson, you created an instance of the handlebars to use as a template to carve holes in the STEM colors. You used the type-in transforms for rotation, and you practiced alignment. You also used a Boolean compound object to create holes in the STEM colors. We'll see you in the next project, which is one of my favorites, Gnarly Wraps. That's where you're going to apply your own wrap to the mountain bike frame.